Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, Chapter 34. When we last left off, we had the end of the incredible Naruto versus Delta fight, as Naruto overloaded her chakra absorption techniques with, it's called Super Ultra Big Ball Rasengan, because of course it is. And that kind of ended the fight, and that's where the chapter left off, with Naruto also swearing revenge on Jigen for coming after Kawaki. So let's jump right on into chapter 34, titled Training. So whoever wants a training arc, here we are. Our color cover is this nice blue and red picture of Boruto in blue and Kawaki in red. I'm trying to think if we've ever seen their karmas in color, because I figured they were just both black. In the anime, Boruto's hand seal is black, so I'm assuming it is. And also I think in the anime, his karma seal was black in that intro flash forward scene, so we'll see about that. Anyway, let's jump right on in to the new chapter. So we open right where we left off, with Delta in the crater. Naruto walks down the crater to Delta, and Boruto on the edge of the crater calls down, "What are you doing, Dad? I'm gonna bring her back with us so I can question her. Although simply finishing her off here would probably be the easiest thing for everyone. But I went to all the trouble of keeping her alive so we could capture her." So that does end the debate. Naruto did not kill Delta, so there you go. What? Then Delta's still alive? Yeah, she should be. And Delta's... It looks like she kind of wakes up for it. Like, her eyes look a little more alive there. But Kawaki calls out, "You idiot! Do you have any idea who you're dealing with? Finish her off now while you still can." And Naruto's like, "Kawaki?" And from Delta's body, there's this vern sound. Is she gonna, like, fucking self-destruct? And Naruto notices, and he jumps away, grabs the kids, and dives as Delta just fucking self-destructs. Yeah, wah! And they all kind of jump back. And as the dust clears, Naruto looks into the now even larger crater. Damn it! She self-destructed. I tried to warn you. That's the kind of people they are. So yeah, Delta's dead now. Alright. And we see Delta's drone is still above them and flies away. Where Kashin Koji's frog eyeballs it. And does Koji know that Delta's dead yet? Yeah, he does. Okay. As expected of Uzumaki Naruto. He has a terrifying amount of power. But it's still not enough. At his level, he won't be able to defeat Jigen. So yeah. This line right here. I'm trying to think if... I'm still not enthused by Kashin Koji as Jiraiya. I'm much more okay with Kashin Koji as a double agent, somehow. That's something that would not really bother me to the extent that, oh, he's Jiraiya and he's still alive. The fact that Kashin Koji alone by himself is so formal with Naruto's name, full-on Uzumaki Naruto, that makes me think that he is not Jiraiya. Jiraiya would not be that formal with Naruto, I don't think. It all comes down to karma. Learning the secret behind it will be the one key that leads you to Jigen's weakness. And in all likelihood, that key lays in the hands of Uzumaki Boruto. So yeah, I think Koji is in some way anti-Kara. I don't know what he's actually up to though. Anyway, back in the Leaf Village, Kawaki is out. His hand is still a stump, but it's got a little metal connector thing on, like the base of a prosthetic. We finished treating his wounds and installing the connections for an artificial hand. All that's left is actually prepare a hand for him. About that. I'm sure the scientist that reconstructed Kawaki in the first place would be able to repair to the exact state he was before. But do you think you could do anything for him, Katasuke? Unfortunately, it's impossible for my present engineering abilities. It would take all I can do to simply prepare a high-performance hand as is. I'm currently working on it, but it's going to take some time to finish. So I initially read this first line as Sakura, being that she's the doctor and all, but I guess it's Katasuke. Manga screen is being really loady lately. I noticed that during my Fairy Tail review the other day. But these pages are loading really slowly. So Boruto looks down at his stump. So until then, he won't have a right hand? That's rough. You have plenty of prototypes you developed for me, don't you? Can't you just use one of those for now? That would be impossible. All of my artificial hands are made to respond only to the chakra of the person they're designed for. So the hands made for you, 7th, can only be operated by your own chakra. I see. My chakra, Alright then, can you bring one over? So you gonna give Kawaki some Ninetales chakra? One of my prototypes? Huh? But as I said, and Naruto just grins, don't worry, just hurry it up. And the hand is now lying right next to Kawaki's stump. What exactly are you planning on doing? Kawaki's awake now, by the way. Unfortunately, as I said, it won't function without your chakra controlling it, 7th. Naruto picks up the hand, and he sticks it into Kawaki's slot, and yeah, he's putting his own chakra into it. And everyone kind of looks on in awe, and Kawaki kind of like tentatively moves his fingers around, and clutches his hand. I can't believe it! This is incredible! To think you would split off some of your own chakra to force an attachment. I hadn't even considered this idea. That seems like a pretty basic idea, Katasuke. How about that? No problems now, right? And Kawaki looks down. But then, this is going to be a drain on your chakra 24/7, isn't it, Dad? Isn't that going to be rough? Well, it's no different than keeping up a Kage Bunshin up. Although, as you'd expect, you probably won't be able to use it while I'm asleep. And Kawaki looks at him. Are you sure you're okay with this? Don't worry about it. It's like I told you before. Chakra is the power to connect. This is a literal example of that. And Katasuke smiles at that kind of exchange, and Boruto looks at the hand again. You know, looking at it like that, this arm seems kind of cool. Kind of makes me wish I had one. Boruto, do not ask for fake hands. That's a surefire way to lose your hand. Okay. And Kawaki just looks at him. Oh yeah? Want me to blow off your right hand too, brat? If it goes well, you might even be rid of karma too. And Boruto like clutches his hand. Hang on a sec! Can you take a joke? I was just kidding, man! And Boruto fumes at him while Naruto and Katasuke laugh. And Kawaki kind of side-eyes Boruto, and Boruto just sighs. Meanwhile, back in Kara HQ, we have who I think that's Amado, the scientist, looking at some computers as Delta's drone arrives at his base. And the drone plugs itself in. And in some kind of, like, ritual... Oh, my God! There are 3 Deltas! And her consciousness was just the drone? Oh, shit! We see one of the beds is empty. Which means there are still 2 Delta bodies left. Okay. I thought we were done with her! Oh, fuck! And we see the 2 other bodies, and Amado kind of messes around on his computer, and one of them opens. Delta's back to life. And yeah, she kicks open the hatch. And Amado's like, whatever. And she climbs out. Damn it. This isn't over, Uzumaki Naruto. Hey, Delta, you don't need to blast off the lid of every time you come out of one of those. Shut up! Smashing things is my job, after all. So if you have time to complain about it, then do your own job, Gramps. And she, like, stomps away. That girl's got a mouth on her. For we lost one of these bastards. And another Kara member who I don't think we've seen before. He's got a beard and a mustache and some face shit going on around his eyes. Yo, Delta, you really got a number worked over on you, didn't ya? And Delta just immediately goes into a kick, and it's just a hologram, though. Her leg goes straight through the guy, but it just passes right through him. Here, I thought you might be feeling raw about it, so I came down to see you. But guess I was wrong. Sorry to inform you, Boro. That's his name, Ben. Okay, we got a new member. But I'm gonna be the one that kills the Hokage, which means you won't be working on this one. Another guy, I don't think so, Delta. You're going up against someone you can't possibly compete against, which is exactly when it's time for me or Boro to go to work. I'm telling you, it won't be necessary, Code. Another car member, okay. I'm never gonna feel right about this until I kill that bastard with my own hands. Enough already, Delta. Is that Jigen? Yeah, it is Jigen. Here we go, finally Jigen. Don't let me see you like this. I already told you I left Kashin Koji in charge of the mission. Where is he now? And Delta just glares at him. He's concealed within Konoha village. He should be keeping watch over Kawaki as we speak. The mission was to retrieve Kawaki in the first place before he got taken by Konoha. What the hell is Koji doing? Of course, that was my original intent. I planned to kill them all before they could get their hands on him and bring Kawaki home. But I was stopped by Koji. He said he wanted to let things play out so we could get more information. Sorry if I'm, like, really speed reading this and not everything is really, coming... I'm not, doing too well on getting every sound out. My voice is really drying. I got a bit of a sore throat, so I'm a little rushing through this, but whatever, you know. Anyway, back to the actual, story. Jigen kind of, looks down. Information, you say? Amado takes a smoke out of his cigarette, and he looks back at Delta, and Delta responds, yeah, there's one more. There's one more karma. Apart from Kawaki and you, Jigen, there's another person with karma. And that gets Jigen's attention. So that's actually really interesting then. Jigen did not know... Koji, you'll recall, thought that Naruto had the karma. Jigen seems to not know that anyone else had the karma, which means he must not have known about Momoshiki coming. So I don't know what that's about. Anyway, that gets Jigen's attention, though. What? What? Another karma? We inspected the Hokage after Momoshiki died, but there was no karma on his body. You couldn't mean it's Uchiha Sasuke. No, it's the Hokage's boy, Uzumaki Boruto. Boruto, are you certain? Without a doubt. Uzumaki Boruto, the Hokage's son. I've also witnessed Kawaki and Boruto's karmas resonating with one another and increasing their power. Without a doubt, that's a real karma. And Jigen's eyes narrow. He grins. This is unexpected news. That damn Momoshiki must have left it behind on the verge of death. My vessel. Okay. What do we mean? I'm getting more and more curious what exactly Kara's relationship with Momoshiki is. The fact that, like, were they allies in some way? I don't know. Was that like a favor? Does Jigen see? Will we find out that Momoshiki leading Boruto the Karma was a favor to Jigen? Was it some way to spite him somehow? I don't know. I really want to find out their relationship though. Also, the fact they're using Momoshiki by his first name and not that Otsutsuki guy, or something like that, shows that they were well aware of Momoshiki. Sorry, my nose is really fucked up today. I don't know what's going on there. But it shows that they knew about Momoshiki in advance. Or Momoshiki came to them during his invasion at some point. I don't know. Or while prepping for the invasion, I mean. Anyway, Amado looks at Jigen. And that's all we see of Kara. We're now back in the Leaf Village. Kawaki is at the Uzumaki house. Naruto is doing dishes, like a good husband. And Kawaki calls over to Naruto. Hey, why are you doing all this for me? Huh? Doing what? This hand. I don't know much about this chakra stuff or whatever. But because of me, you, the Hokage, are having to constantly exert yourself, aren't you? Why are you worrying about something so pointless? You straight up used yourself as a shield to protect me and my daughter, didn't you? I could hardly repay that gesture with some chakra for your hand. Yeah, but I was the cause of that in the first place. You were attacked by Kara because I'm here. You were the one protecting me. So I am going to say, the Naruto hand will not stick, because, for one thing, why would he keep it once he, like, clearly he's going to get a new hand once Katasuke is finished with making it and all, but with the fact that he has the hand in the future, when he supposedly killed Naruto, but we're not sure exactly about that, I'm hesitant, I will say at this point, to say that, Kawaki killed Naruto. Anyway, talking about the flash forward is one of my least favorite things to do, so I'm not going to focus on it. Where was I? Yeah, but he's gonna get his own personal hand at some point. It won't be connected to Naruto being asleep. Anyway. Well, you know, you just remind me of myself from a long time ago. so I couldn't just leave you be, I guess. I'm kind of curious about that, because personality-wise, he's not that similar to Naruto at all. Naruto, even in his youth, even when he was like rejected by everybody, was still full of hope. But he was also hunted by the Akatsuki, so I guess that's what he reminds him by. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. In that case, I don't mean to cause any more trouble or bother you any further, but could you give me training on how to use ninjutsu? Oh yeah, I guess Kawaki's only techniques are like controlling his magic hand and his karma, I guess. So I guess we're going to a training arc, which should have been obvious by the title of the chapter being training, but whatevs. Anyway, Boruto looks at Kawaki, and Naruto just kind of grins. Sure thing, but it won't be easy. You still okay with that? And Kawaki just looks at him. Alright then. Starting today, you'll be my student. Heh, so you want to become a ninja? I'm definitely not going to lose to you, Kawaki. Don't be ridiculous. That's what I should be saying, Boruto. I do really love their relationship, I will say. I was not expecting to like it, but the more we go with them, the more I love them. And that's the one thing that makes me curious about the flash forward. I'm really not a fan of the flash forward technique. I think it just kind of adds, I don't know, it just brings too much to the plate too early. And I think it was probably better if it had been cut. But like, I am really loving their bond, and I am curious how they're going to devolve to the point where they're killing each other on the ruined Hokage monument, in the future. Anyway, that night, Naruto is passed out on the bed, and Kawaki's in the desk in the same room with him. His arm is unattached because Naruto's asleep. I guess the whole thing falls off. I guess it's only connected to his arm, and I figured it was connected to his arm by some kind of, like, machine work, and that he can only control it because of Naruto's chakra. But the arm just falls off, because we see Kawaki's holding the stick of glue I think he used to fix the vase. I imagine he's going to attach it to his arm, like that. Meanwhile, hey, it's Inojin and Shikadai! Where have they been? Because it's the 4th Hokage ninja trading card. It's the 4th Hokage! You got Super Shocking Rare on your first pack? Man, beginner's luck is really something else. And Inojin looks at him, wow, I wish I had one. And yeah, Inojin, all of Team 10 and Sarada are there meeting Kawaki. That's a fun thing. Sarada's over with Chocho. Anyway. Oh, Mitsuki shows up too in the next panel. I wonder when they all got so comfortable with another. And Mitsuki looks over. Ever since he saved Himawari, Boruto has totally opened up his heart to him too, it seems. And Chocho is just like fawning over him. Kawaki, he's so dreamy. The 4th. And, Kawaki looks at the Minato card. This guy was Hokage too? And Shikadai snaps at him. Hey! Don't refer to the 4th as just this guy. And Inojin picks up. That person is Boruto's grandfather, which means he's the 7th. Damn it. I got another one. Maybe I should just be done with X-Trolls, which is Extreme Ninja Scrolls, shorthand form. What's this? Still stuck in 7th hell, huh? And we see the Naruto card from way back when. And Kawaki eyes it. Hey, Boruto. If you don't need that, then how about trading with me for this? Huh? Really? I don't mind. Besides, I don't even know anything about the 4th. Alright! I finally got my first Hokage card apart from my own dad! And Inojin looks at Kawaki. You're definitely gonna regret that. Well, everything has its own worth to everyone, even in X-Trolls. Kawaki looks at the card and he, like, fingers it, going over Naruto's name. Hokage. The 7th Hokage, and that gets Sarada's attention. We see Sarada, look at him. Anyway, back in the... Oh! I was wrong. I thought he was gonna glue his arm on. Because we see... Let's go back to that page where he's, in the room with Naruto. We see what I assumed like a excuse me. What I had originally assumed like a flower or something. But it's the half-broken vase, and he had to stop gluing it for the night because of the arm no longer working. That's my bad. He's not gluing his arm on. I misread that scene. Let me go back to where we were. I think it was like 34, I think. 35. Alright. No, it was 34, my bad. Anyway, he's still gluing the vase together. And now we're on 35, where he's training with Naruto. And he's back gluing the vase together. Now he's training with Boruto and Sarada, putting the vase together, playing cards with Boruto, Shikida, and Inojin. Still putting the vase together. It's taking a long time to fix that vase, by the way. He's doing some jutsu in this fight with in training with Naruto. I can't tell what it's supposed to be, but we see smoke behind him. Maybe it's shadow clones, but I doubt it. He's finished with the vase. We have him, Boruto and Naruto smiling at him. The vase is finally finished. And he looks down, and he has a pitcher of water, and he pours it in. I wonder if it'll work, or if it'll all kind of fall through. Yep, it's dripping, because, you know, there are still cracks all through the vase. Oh no, there's a piece he's missing. Okay. I'm missing one piece. You know what? So is Luffy. And he rustles through the bag. There's none left in the bag. Ugh, damn it. Maybe it's back in the living room. Hey, kid. Oh, is that Koji? And he turns over. It's Kurama! Just like the giant head of Kurama is over Naruto's sleeping body. What? What is this? Sit down. Don't go wandering off from Naruto on your own. Suddenly, Kurama shows itself. What's happening while Naruto is asleep? And we don't have... Manga Stream does not have the date of the next chapter, so I don't know when that is, but I imagine it'll be 5 weeks is the normal time for this series, which is a shame, because with chapters like this, it's so good. This chapter was great, y'all. First, we had the end of the Delta fight, as Delta blows herself up. We do find out that Delta's not quite dead, though, because she has 2 other bodies. Whether or not she's just constant... Though, the line, given there are only 3 little, pods there, and Amado acts like she's done this before, I'm assuming she's always making new bodies. That she'll have another body set up as soon as she can. Before we see her again, she'll have another body. Though I wonder how Naruto's going to react to see Delta again. I will say, what it reminds me of is that scene in the Tartaros arc in Fairy Tail, when Tora Fuzar blows himself up. And you're like, wow, he just killed himself. And it's like, nope, he has infinite regenerating powers, because all the demons do it first. So it kind of reminds me of that. Which means it'll probably end up going like that, with, eventually they'll come in and they'll have to destroy Amado's lab in order to, finally stop Delta, once and for all. But yeah, the chapter was great. This is definitely something I can feel the anime extending once it gets here, especially with all of him training, and especially a lot of Kawaki bonding with the rest of the Leaf Village, including the more anime-only characters like Teams 5 and Team 15. That'll definitely, I feel, get extended over several episodes in the anime, which is a good place for that. This is definitely kind of a pause moment between, in the middle of the arc, I feel, where filler could fit in really well. So when the anime finally gets here, however long that takes, this is definitely a good kind of filler spot, I feel. Beyond that, what else is there to really talk about? I mean, I'll talk about Kurama's head at the end. The stuff with Momoshiki and, Kara, I kind of mentioned when we were in that scene. I still don't know what to take with Jigen seeming to know Momoshiki. I'm really curious about their relationship, that I'm assuming we'll see more of it as we go forward. Also, are Boro and Code the last 2 members of Kara? I know when we were first introduced to them, we had what I'm assuming were all the inners in the same space. I don't know if this is all the inners from that time, besides Koji, who's in the Leaf Village, and that old man who died, who Koji killed. That's also the big evidence for Koji being a spy I mentioned earlier. But yeah. What else to really bring up? Kurama! Let's talk about Kurama. That's all we really have left to say, and this video's been going on for like half an hour now. So let's wrap it up. I don't know what Kurama's going to have to say. So the last line here, "Don't go wandering off from Naruto on your own," implies to me that Kurama does not really trust Kawaki. That he still thinks that Naruto should be keeping an eye on him for some reason. Because I don't think, especially with the arm unattached, Kawaki leaving won't really affect Kawaki in any real way, besides not having the use of the arm. That does not matter, because Naruto's asleep. So yeah, we'll see what exactly Kurama has to say about Kawaki next month. But that's really all I have to say for this month's chapter. It was really fucking good. This manga is killing it again every month. So I hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or, do whatever makes you happy. And remember, y'all, your life is your own, okay? Bye-bye.